Today we're working on the Chevrolet Silverado straight axle project, and we're actually going to weld on the frame bridge and tack on the coilover towers, make sure everything's plumb, and then we'll fully weld those on before we move on to the traction bars tomorrow. So let's get started, guys. Alright guys, so Chase is gonna kind of get this thing prepped up for frame welding now. It's got a bunch of little things he's got to knock off, like, I'll zoom in on it. Yeah, these little things like this. Knock a bunch of those off. They're all over inside the tower.
Bladder.
That's why you use anti-spatter on everything, the stuff you see us spraying all the time. Helps with that, so that way they come right off. You just knock them right off with wire brush or whatever, 120 grit flat disc. So we'll get that all prepped up, and then we'll sand the top of this, and we'll hit that with some VHT chassis black paint. It's direct metal paint, and then we'll paint the rest of it after it's welded on the truck, but we know we're not going to be able to get to the top of the bridge very easily. So alright guys, let's get this thing prepped, and we'll metal prep the frame. We don't really have too much to do to it, it's pretty clean, but we'll get it cleaned with some acetone, and then we will get this frame bridge welded on. So let's do this, guys. Cue the music.
Rocky! Woo-hoo-hoo!
Snap-on guy came over so I could pay my bill. But I've been asking for a set of regular standard Allen wrenches for like 3 months now, and he finally got a bunch. I mean, Snap-on was taking a couple months to get a bunch of them manufactured is what was happening. So now I got a set of those so I can get rid of this. And these, the sets you need out of it are actually gone or ruined, so that one's out of there. So now I can put this set in here. See if I can open it one-handed. Think I can do it? Let's see. Maybe I'll set it right here. There we go. Oh, super hard. Alright guys, the point has finally come to where we can install the Radflo coilovers. We got the passenger side tower fully welded on, as you guys saw there. And then the driver's side one, we have 5 or 6 tacks on. That'll be perfectly safe for us to do a mock-up here with these. So in case we have to move the lower axle side mount like 3/8 of an inch, we can. There is movement in those. So we're going to go ahead and put these on, take the weight off the truck, off the lift, let it sit on the coilovers itself, check for plumb and everything, and then if we have to move the lower coilover mounts, we can. But if not, then everything will be set and then we can move on to traction bar mounts for the rear, get those all fully done tomorrow, and then we'll be able to strip everything for powder coating, and then we'll come back while everything's at powder coating and we'll fully weld up all this upper side frame stuff here, and I'll get some TransStar 2-in-1 direct to metal primer, or direct to metal sealer and primer, and then we'll do this we'll metal prep it all nice to 120 grit, and then we'll spray it with that, and then some VHT chassis black paint. If we just sprayed it with VHT chassis black right now, it would come through it. I mean, you're always supposed to spray raw metal with a direct metal sealer, so the rust won't just come through your base coat. So, all right, guys, let's install these coilovers. Alright guys, all finished up with the Silverado's front 4-link kit. Finally, the Cougar House Fab 4-link kit for the Cat Eye Silverados is finished. So, to move forward here, you guys can tell it's kind of sitting like 3 inches higher than it's supposed to be. Well, we ordered these lower springs. They're 700-pound springs for a common rail Cummins swap in this truck. But that's when Eric wanted it, and since then Eric sold it to his dad, and he lost interest in this one, sold it to his dad, and then he bought a Duramax. So that's where that went. So we'll go ahead and call Curtis Webb at Radflo and ask him, hey, can we send these 700-pound springs in, and can you send us some 500-pound springs so we can switch them out? Which actually I'm sure he'll send me the 500s, and then I'll put the return shipping label on these and give them back to my UPS guy. But that's why it's sitting up a little higher than it's supposed to be right there. So we'll make some adjustments once Curtis sends us back some other coilovers, or those springs, and we'll put those on, and then we'll lower it back down. But we can get everything sent to the powder coater and done for that. We don't really have to make any changes there. And then tomorrow we're actually moving on. We'll drive up to Tacoma Steel and grab a couple pieces of 1.5-inch 120 wall dome tubing to make the track bars with. I thought I had some, I only have a 4-foot stick. So we'll run up there and grab some, and then we'll come back to the shop and design out the driver's side, the frame side traction bar mount on the engineering PC. It'll be a miniature version of the 4-link mounts on there. It'll look pretty cool. It'll be like a mini one. It'll kind of match. It'll look dope. But until then, guys, thank you guys so much for watching today. Thanks for your constant support as always. Drop a comment. Let us know what you think of the Silverado. Thank you guys so much for liking and subscribing. To the new subscribers, please hit that bell up there so that way you guys know, hey, a live episode of Cougar House Garage is up. And if you guys like Cougar House Garage, you like what we do, check us out at cougarhousegarage.com. And if you want one of these Cougar House Fab lifts for your Ford, Chevy, or Dodge, just hit us up in the DMs there. And then if you guys want to check us out at Facebook.com/Cougar House Garage, and we are Cougar House Garage on Instagram, guys. We post up there every day of the projects, and we'll catch you tomorrow.